Coach Ian here with Endorphin CrossFit. We're going to go over the warm-up for 5-9-16 and 5-16-16. We're going to start off with a modified hip opener like we did last 2 weeks. We're going to go with it because it's been working well for us. We're going to lock one leg into us. We're going to be above 90 here. This is going to set our pelvis flat, so we don't want to turn side to side. We're going to go ahead and either butterfly the other leg, and we're going to contract and pull down for a 5-second count. Hold for 5 seconds, and then pull up for 5 seconds. You can see that I have my chin up here. If you would like to turn this into a bit of a core exercise too, make sure that you're not using the back, that you're using all the hip here. You could absolutely have your head up, be engaged this entire time here. So again, you're gonna go down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold down for 5, and then pull back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do 3 reps that way on each side. We're then gonna pull our legs in and go straight into our glute bridge. Again, if you would like, you can keep the chin up and you're gonna be using the core here to be stabilizing. Otherwise, you can put your head back down. You're gonna try to get your feet nice and close to your butt. You could even bring your toes up depending on what you feel in the back of your legs, so your hamstrings here or your butt. We wanna target the butt. This week, we're gonna do 3 reps, 5 by 5 by 5 tempo. So I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna go ahead and extend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making sure everything's coming out of the butt, nothing's coming out of the lower back, and very little is coming out of the hamstrings. Holding for 5, and then I'm still going to contract, but I'm gonna go down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go ahead and immediately go into the next rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna perform 2 sets of 3 repetitions. After we've done some glute activation, we're gonna go right into our RKC Plank. This starts from our elbows, and you're either gonna start from your knees in a knee extended position, or you're gonna start from full prone. You're gonna have your hands flat and pull down if you would like, or you could TP them together, whatever you prefer here. I'm gonna squeeze my butt as hard as possible, so I'm gonna go into a posterior tilt. I'm gonna dig my toes into the ground, so I'm firing up the glutes even more, and then I'm gonna bring the shoulder blades down and back. So we're gonna retract and bring them down. What I'm gonna then do is act like I'm being sucked up off the mat by a big, I don't know, suction cup or claw, whatever it may be. It's just gonna pull me off the mat here, that I come up as one unit. So everything's fired, come up as one unit here, and I'm just gonna act like I'm pulling my elbows down to my knees and my knees up to my elbows. You can see that I'm starting to shake here because I have max contraction and I'm just squeezing everything. Hamstrings, quads, butt, lower back, shoulders, everything that I possibly can for 3 sets of 10 seconds. After our 3 sets of 10, we're gonna fire the core up some more. Hands are gonna get set the same way. Toes are gonna get dug in, but we're gonna go from a quadruped position here. So this is gonna be low bear crawl, where my knees just come off the mat slightly. I'm gonna squeeze my butt as hard as I can. You can see that what happens with my back here. So I go from my anterior tilt, and I have a big arch in my lumbar spine here, till I go a little bit more neutral here, until I go completely posterior and tuck as much as I can. Find yourself somewhere between neutral and this posterior tuck, and then squeeze down, bring my knees up, and now I'm gonna act like I'm bringing my knees to my elbows and my elbows down to my knees. I'm gonna go ahead for 3 sets of 10 seconds here, squeezing as hard as I possibly can. All right, after some hip openers on the mat, some glute activation, and some core activation on the mat, we've been working towards this for a couple weeks, but we're gonna try to actually get you up on the bar for some hollow body holds. Now, if you're like myself, you don't have great shoulders, a better place for you to start is probably the rings. They're just gonna be a little bit more forgiving for you. And it's okay if you're not ready yet to go up to the bar and have this hold. We could absolutely do the hollow body holds on the ground. We've been working towards it for weeks though, so we're gonna get as many people as we can up here, and we're just gonna massage this thing. Mine won't look great, but we're gonna really squeeze the butt as much as we can. We're gonna retract the shoulders, pull the head back, and we're gonna try to create a banana shape here with that. So I'm gonna jump up to the bar, pull my head back, pull my shoulders back, squeeze my butt, point my toes, and I'm just gonna try to have this nice banana shape where I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze my lower abs, press my shoulder blades down and back, pull my head back a little bit here, if I like to stick it forward like I do. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10-second holds here. So we're gonna set our feet nice and flat. As we always say, we're gonna set our butt, so we're gonna squeeze our butt as hard as we can. We're gonna set our gut, so we're gonna have a big exhale, diaphragmatic breath. It's gonna come all the way down to our belly, and we're gonna go exhale, bringing the rib cage down. So we wanna draw the rib cage down. With the exhale, we take another big inhale without allowing this rib cage to come up. So it's my belly button goes out, and then a big exhale, down. Now every breath from here is just gonna be shorter, and I'm gonna breathe through that brace I created. I'm gonna pull my shoulders back. I'm gonna get into athletic position, so I'm gonna push my butt back while I maintain this integrity between my bottom ribs and my lower abdomen or my pelvis. So I'm gonna push back here, keep my head up as much as possible, keep my feet flat. We're gonna then go ahead and go right into our monster walks. So monster walks, use that athletic position, that bracing sequence. So butt, gut, shoulders, push back. I'm gonna go 2 small steps using my glutes. 1, 2. I'm gonna go back for 1, 2. I'm gonna go to left, 1, 2. And then I'm gonna go forward, 1, 2. We're gonna do 3 sets. Move into our squat therapy. Bracing sequence again here. Butt, gut, shoulders. Put your hands up wherever we can. We don't want to reach so high that we're going to lift that rib cage that we've worked so hard to bring down and have a nice comprehensive cylinder here that we created. So I'm not going to reach so high that I do that. I'm going to put my hands in front of me. Ideally, I'm not actually going to touch the wall here. I'm going to drive my knees out, sit my butt back nice and slow, try to maintain the integrity the entire time. Driving those knees out. I'm going to go to the bottom of the squat, and I'm going to hold this for 30 seconds. So what I want to do here is I want to drive my knees out, push my butt forward, so that's going to get my chest up more, like I just had a little push forward. So fight for position. Don't push back, push forward, drive the knees out, maybe play with your feet a little bit. See if you could get your chest up some more. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds. We're looking for a nice curve in our lower back if we can maintain that here. And we're just going to get ourselves lower and lower while maintaining that integrity. We'll hold it for 30 seconds, and the most important part is I'm going to stand up, piecing everything together. We've gone through the bracing sequence multiple times here. We've done core activation, glute activation. We just worked on the wall for squat therapy. We're now going to work on squatting mechanics again, being dynamic, explosive with the squat, and also landing mechanics. Too many times I see people box jump, they land butt forward, knees forward in this position, chest upright. They'll catch snatches, knees forward, butt forward. They'll catch cleans that way. So take this as an opportunity. You're gonna go to full depth squat, so you're gonna maintain that integrity you just had, driving those knees out. But what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna explosively, just like I had a weight on my back, I teach you guys squat like this every time, blast those barbells off your back. Well, I'm gonna do that, and there's not a barbell, so I'm gonna go up in the air, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna land immediately into half squat, 3/4 squat, full squat. So I'm gonna look to go up, and right back into that squat. Up, right back into that squat. This is going to be imperative for your cleans when you're going from the hang. And then you're going to go final 2 exercises of our warm-up. We're going to work on our shoulders for people that have kyphosis like myself. That's rounded forward with the head, upper back. So we're going to try to train this out of us. We're going to pull our shoulders back. We're going to have the band in front of us. It's going to be about shoulder width apart where we grab it with our hands. I'm going to pull my head back, so I want to be out of that position. I'm going to squeeze my butt, and from here with the shoulder blades down and back, so like I put them in my back pocket, I'm going to just pull this thing apart as far as I can without pushing my head forward. So what we're going to tend to do is going to be this. I want to do that. I'm going to pull my head back, pull my shoulder blades back, and wherever I could go to, I'm going to go to 10 repetitions. So I'm just going to squeeze as hard as I can. I'll hold it for a second, pull it back in. Final exercise of the warm-up to blast that crappy shoulder position that I just talked about with those band pull aparts. I'm going to stuff the foam roller under my armpit. I'm going to put it right on my lat here. So I'm going to jam it in here. I'm going to reach with that hand. So I'm going to be activating that lat some. And then I'm just going to peel back. So I'm going to pull my shoulder blade back, and I'm going to open my back up as much as I can. I'm going to pull my head back. I'm going to look over that shoulder. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to squeeze and contract. I'm grabbing with this hand on the mat, so the arm that's straight, and then I'm going to pull myself forward. So I'm going to do 10 reps. I may move up or down, so I may find a better spot. And I'm just going to go ahead like I'm opening closet doors.